Hey guys, Lucy from True Shift Coaching. Hope you are well. Just wanted to pop on today and talk about one of the 5 pillars of True Shift Coaching, pain to power. So pain is a signal. It's not a punishment. It's not a flaw. It's your body and your mind talking to you basically. Sometimes when that pain is hurting a lot, it's your body shouting at you. It's saying, hey, hang on a minute, something matters here, something needs attention. And at True Shift Coaching, we call that the journey from pain to power. Now, there's different kinds of pain that we feel. We've got emotional pain, which is the heavy pain, the weight in your chest, which is the anxiety that we feel, or that loop in your mind that goes round and round and round that won't let you rest. Or there's the sadness or the constant self-doubt. That's the emotional pain that we feel. There is muscle pain that shows up in your body, so the tightness in your shoulder and your neck. You know, when we're walking, it's the pain in the knees, or every time you get up, you know, you're like, ugh, the pain in your back when you stand up. That's your body saying, are we moving right? And are we recovering right? And I'll do a separate video for that later on. You've then got your hunger pain. Now, that is another layer. Sometimes it is true physical hunger, but other times it can be emotional hunger, it can be a loneliness, it can be a stress, or it can be a habit that's disguised as hunger. What we've got to understand is that pain can feel overwhelming, but here's the truth. We've got to understand that pain is information, and we've got to learn how to identify it and how we can transform it. So, emotional pain, we can ease that by speaking about it to people. You know, when I lost my dad, I went through therapy, grieving counselling, which helped. We journal. I journal my thoughts because sometimes I find it difficult to speak. Or we can move through it with breath. We can just meditate, which shuts everything off. Muscle pain, we can shift through balance of strength and rest. You know, we can train smarter, not harder. We can make sure that we move correctly, we do the exercise correctly, and we recover correctly. Ice bath, stretching, everything else, like I say, I will do a separate video on that. Hunger pain will soften when we listen to it deeper. Ask ourselves, is it food that we need right now, or is it comfort or connection? You know, are we thirsty? Are we just bored? Are we just eating because we need some comfort? Listen to that pain, understand it more. Pain isn't an enemy, it's a messenger. And when we choose to listen to it, we shift from reacting to it to responding it. And that's when pain becomes power. The power then becomes healing. And then the healing is when we grow. We then move better, we then feel better, we then live fully. If you want more help with that, show me the power in the comments, and I'll drop you a True Shift blueprint on how pain can become power. On that, I'm going to sort the beast out, and have a good Saturday, guys.